Hello and welcome to episode 4 of GOFIE German Old Fart in England. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu GOFIE German Old Fart in England, Episode Nummer 4. Und heute schauen wir uns an oder gucken wir uns die Aussprache an. So today we're looking at pronunciations. And the reason why pronunciation is difficult is for Germans, kind of stuff, or for English people trying to learn German. For one thing is because we pronounce things much harsher than the English will ever do. And so I will get you some examples. Then we have very long words, so I will give you some examples too, in a way. And then, but the first thing I want to focus on is that it is to me logical to think if someone has spoken their language all their lives and are now confronted with having to say the same alphabet totally different, of course there will be hiccups and of course there will be problems. So for one of the things that always make me crack up here is when people say, I drive a Volkswagen. And I was like, you do what? A Volkswagen. Like, what the fuck is this? Obviously they mean a VW and Volkswagen, but they can't pronounce it. And yet I have been told, since I live in England, I should probably, try to pronounce it Volkswagen so people can actually understand me. And I go like, it's a bloody German name. You mispronounce it, right? So in Germany, the whole VW thing, VW, in Germany you have to actually reverse it because our V is V. That's our V. And W is V. So VW is a very strange, way we pronounce things. So here's the alphabet. And I know you have all heard that song, people say like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, or whatever, some of those things. Now listen to the German pronunciations. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So here, let's do this slowly. So we have A for apple. We say A. Not R, but A. Like, I know, right? A for apple. A. B for Bravo. B, or for B. In German is B. A, B. A, B. A, B, C. A, B, C. So we pronounce it much harsher, right? A, B, C, which actually also means toe. A, B, C, A, B, C, D, D. So we say A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. And then our UE is our A. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E. Now, listen to this. Tz, 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 tz. That's our regular tz, tz. That's how we pronounce our C. Tz, tz, tz. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, D, E, F. G in German, A, B, C, D, E, F, G is G. C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G in German is G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H. In German is H. Like ha. Ha, 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 ha. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H in German is H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, E. Your I is our E. So our I sounds like your E. So it sounds like our A. So it is confusing because you have two letters that are reversed and are not the same, meaning I and E, which is E-A, right, in German. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, right? J for jam or whatever. We call it J, right? So my surname is actually Janak. Thomas Janak. But because I noticed that most people think Janak is spelled with a Y. So in order to confuse them not finding me or put my file into the wrong section, I say my name is Thomas Janak, which it isn't, right? And I've been using this ever since I moved abroad because people have massive problems pronouncing J. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So your K is our car. And when I do car, this is how we pronounce things. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, car. Short and to the fucking point, right? There's nothing I do deliberately to not sound nice. Unfortunately, this is just the way the language is, if that makes sense. And if I try to speak it more soft, it would sound very weird to Germans. They'll be like, what's wrong with you today, right? So therefore, when you pronounce it, give it your all. Car. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Car. K. Car. So just by the way that we pronounce the K, it is already stronger than your K. So we say car. Now, when you grow up with pronouncing things, it's very difficult to change it. And we will go into some words later on. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Same in German, even though we say L, not L. L. M, German. M, the same. N, same in German. N, so it's not N, it's N, N. Again, harsher. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. O, same in Germany. O. Now, your P is our P. And if we learn it or teach it to children, we say P, P, P. Right? So we say P, 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 Papa, 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 P, P. Right? So pronounce it P, not P, because I'm not peeing today. Say P, P, P. So you can see how different the languages are, or just the pronunciation is, and then you then change everything when you attempt to speak another language, and it can throw you off. When I talk to someone in Germany on the phone, it takes me forever to switch from English to German, because I also, after 21 years abroad, I dream in English, I think in English, if that makes sense. So it's very, very difficult. Anyway, where were we? P. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Q. We don't say Q. Q. Q, which is also a thing we don't do well. We're not queuing very well. Q. So you have a Q. So you have a K and a J somehow in there. Q. 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 We don't. We say Q. 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 Hi, Q. 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 Everything is harsh, right? So it's not Q. It's Kuh. Kuh. Kuh also is the German word for cow, right? Anyway, let's not go there today. So Kuh instead of Q. PQR. So your R, radiator, right, is our R. Rollladen. Okay. Rammstein. So there's nothing wrong. It's just that's how we pronounce our R. We always sort of semi-roll it, and again, it is a harsh language. There's just no two ways about it, right? Rollladen, Rammstein, Rückversicherungsgesellschaft. That's one of the long words I wanted to mention. Rückversicherungsgesellschaft is a reinsurance company. Rückversicherungsgesellschaft. Right, so we will do a full video on long words and how to pronounce them, if that makes sense. So we are now at your R, R, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Same in German, S and S. But you can hear the difference here. It's like semicolon, right? Superb. So z, you do z, you more. I don't know. You just. It's like it's again another word. It's sort of sizzling along. Z. Not in German. It's S, 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 S. So it is much, again, it's much harder. PQRS, T. So your T is T. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. T. Everything is short. You know, the letters are short. It's not A, B, C. It's A, B, C. Right? That doesn't mean you have to rush it, but it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, 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 V, V. This is the hardest difference. U, V, right? V. So V is V. So when you say Volkswagen, right, I laugh my head off because it is Volkswagen. Volkswagen means Volk is the people. Wagen means car. So it's the car of the people. Volkswagen. It's not Volkswagen. Right? Because to me that just sounds like all of a sudden that the Volkswagen has just become very slow. Volkswagen. It's like you have to push the bloody thing. Right? So to me it takes out the oomph that the word people has a strength in that very term. The car of the people. Right? And actually in Germany, even though it's not a good thing to do, and people sometimes don't even know where it comes from. When we go to school and we grow up, we obviously watch all these insane people that made up the Nazi party. And Adolf Hitler, Austrian, he would do das deutsche Volk, the German people, right? So, but he would use his hands like this. And sometimes, just for fun, we go like, oh, Volkswagen, you know, because it's the car of the people, and it has to do with the fact that Hitler wanted a car of the people, and so the VW has always been seen as the car of the people. It was an affordable car, if that makes sense. Hence, the car of the people. And because the Nazis were very fond of creating a car like this, it has a bit of a bad reputation, and yet it is a really good car, just like German cars usually are. But it is not V, it is V. So it is very hard for me, because that's the hardest difference, and the harshest difference is the difference between V and V. V and V. Velcro, Volvo. Even though we do have some words, but then Volvo, which is another country thing, a car thing. Volvo is not a German car. So, right? So if it is another V, it would always be pronounced Volkswagen, right? So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, V, which is your W. W obviously means to use, right? W. Makes no sense to us because we haven't learned it that way. We never saw it that way. We say V. So we're not V, right? It also sometimes is another German word for you. That hurts. Das tut weh. Weh, pain. Weh, Schmerz, right? Das tut weh. There's pain. It's the same as our letter V. So your letter W. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, which in German is X, 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 Y. Why not? Y is, and this is the funny thing, very different to English. Y is Y. Right? Y, Y. Z. In German, Z. So that's why you say, oh, Zeitgeist. No, it's Zeitgeist. Zeit. And then there's a center, which in German is pronounced Zentrum, because it starts with a C. Zentrum. So just want to use this episode to highlight just the alphabet, how different it is. So I give you the German alphabet again. You know, if you want to pronounce, I go a little bit slower. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, right? So, I just want to highlight this, right? If that makes sense. So, I think the reason why I wanted to show you the differences in pronunciation of the alphabet is because you learn, when you start writing, you learn the alphabet, and it informs how you pronounce things all your life. And just because you move to England, where everybody is 10 times nicer than the Germans will ever be, no offense to the Germans, but it's the truth, right? It is not quite as simple as saying like, oh, I have to be softer now, because it doesn't translate well. What happens is normally you listen, you try to pronounce it, and most of the time, no matter how hard I try, I will still sound harsher, right? And because as a people, the Germans are way more in your face. There is very little backstabbing in Germany because we don't wait for problems to come back to us from someone. We just say like, you got a problem with me, what's going on? So we sort things a lot there and then, and we call each other on our crap, if that makes sense. Which is why there is not that many fights, if that makes sense, because you sort out whatever is wrong as it happens, kind of thing, right? While in England, obviously, in England you have that saying, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Doesn't quite fly in Germany, right? So while I really absolutely love living here, I just wanted to say, if you come across German-speaking people, Germans, bear in mind that we come from a place where we just pronounce things differently, therefore we say things differently. And because we are more direct, and then in combination with a harsher sounding language, does not mean we have anything against you, but I can understand, and I've been told that over the years, that it can actually be quite intimidating and frightening, right? So, das war Episode 4. Über die Aussprache des Alphabets. So that was episode 4 about pronunciation of the alphabets, the different alphabets, English and German. Yeah, see you next time. You were watching GOFIE German Old Fart in England. Now go find something else to do. See you next time.